Agony time!
You're on.
What is up, YouTube? This is Nanashi back with another Weiss Schwarz deck profile video. This time we'll be looking at my all-new, mostly red Avatar The Last Airbender deck. Now, when I found out this series was coming to Weiss Schwarz, I was ecstatic at first, but quickly realized I had zero clue which character I would prefer to build around. The series has a surprisingly high number of likable characters, and their card arrays, as it turns out, were just as interesting. But then I came into the red line that had Zuko and Iroh, and it just clicked. The man went to the ends of the earth to regain his home, his honor, and his parents' love and respect, while also taking on his own psycho sister along the way. I relate to this character on a spiritual level, and in his honor, no pun intended, I decided he and his amazing uncle had to be the deck I played. Starting with the level 0 cards, we have a pair of Aang the Boy Trapped in Ice, the main character of the whole show. He gains 1,000 power if you only control World of Avatar characters, and when you play him, you can pay a stock and discard a card to add a World of Avatar character from deck to hand. We have a pair of Momo the Winged Lemur, one of Aang's animal companions. When you play him from hand, you can both shuffle 2 World of Avatar characters from your waiting room into your deck to give any character a soul for a turn, and you can pay a stock to swap a climax in your hand with one from your waiting room. We have a play set of Sokka offering different perspectives, a unique kind of recruiter. When you play him from hand, or when you move him from the stage to the waiting room, you can pay a stock and move a World of Avatar character from your waiting room to the bottom of your clock to put any zero-cost World of Avatar character from deck onto your stage, but its level has to be equal or lower than yours. We have 3 Toph Wanted, and I just love this poster, it is too funny. It's a Brainstorm 4 that for every climax revealed moves characters from waiting room to hand, and once per turn, if you use an activate effect, you can look at the top card of the deck and either put it on top or bottom. We have 3 Zuko Crossroads, a very painful moment in his story to watch. When you play him, you can both mill a card, and if it's a World of Avatar character, he gains 2,000 power for the turn, and you can pay a stock to look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put 1 in your clock, the rest into the waiting room, and then move any World of Avatar character in your waiting room to your hand. And we have a playset of Zuko T-Server, and I'm not gonna lie, the apron works for him. When you play him, you can discard a World of Avatar character to draw a card, and when he attacks but his damage is cancelled, you can move him to the stock. Next is the level 1 cards. We have 3 Mei Moody, and she has to be the single most loyal Goth GF I have ever seen. She gains 3,000 power during your turn if you control another World of Avatar character, and when she moves from the stage to the waiting room, you can pay 2 stock to move any World of Avatar character from your waiting room to your hand. And we have 3 Zuko Near the Campfire, the level 1 standby target. When his trigger check reveals a card with a soul trigger, he gains 1,000 power until the end of the opponent's turn. And while you have another World of Avatar character, he gains 1,500 power, he can pay a stock when he attacks to trigger check twice, and he has a discounted encore to just discard a card. Then it's the level 2 cards. We have a playset of Aang Learning Avatar State, and I know it looks awkward here, but it serves a genuine purpose. Well, actually 2. First, if you have a choice, bar, standby, or gate climax on stage, then he gains that icon. And yes, that means the deck effectively has 12 standby triggers. Second, if he's on top of the clock and you have 4 or more World of Avatar characters on your stage, you can put the top card of your deck right into your stock. We have 3 Azula Sinister Scheme, and this psycho is one of the few characters in this show I genuinely hate, but she does make for a good standby target. If all you control are World of Avatar characters, she gains 500 power and a discounted encore of discarding a World of Avatar character. And when she attacks, you can send another World of Avatar character from your stage to the waiting room to reveal the top card of the deck, and if it's level 1 or higher, you can put that revealed card into your hand. We have a pair of Iroh Buffed, and yeah, that name's just perfect. During your turn, he gives all your other World of Avatar characters 1,500 power, and if you have 2 or more other World of Avatar characters on stage, he gains 3,000 power, and when any of your attacks reveal a soul trigger, he can give any World of Avatar character another 1,500 power for the turn. And we have 1 Toph and Aang Earthbending Lessons, my counter card of choice. It gives a battling character 2,500 power at the cost of a stock, but by paying another stock, discarding another card, and sending another character from your stage to your waiting room, you can put the top card of your opponent's clock into their waiting room, choose any character they control whose level is higher than their level, and put it into their clock. Then we get to the level 3 cards. We have a pair of Iroh the Dragon of the West, a necessary piece for your game-ending strategy. He's a Brainstorm 4 that, for every climax reveal, lets you look at up to 3 cards off the top of your deck, move any one of them to hand, and send the rest to the waiting room. He also gives all World of Avatar characters 1500 power, and if you declare an attack with Zuko and Aang the Dancing Dragon or Zuko for honor, he lets you look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put one back on top, and the other into the waiting room. And we have a pair of T-Wisdom, more of a gimmicky damage pusher than anything. You can only play it if you control an Iroh character, but it's a counter event that mills the top 5 cards of your deck and deals damage equal to the number of soul triggers among them. We have a playset of Zuko for honor, the only climax combo in the whole deck. When you play him from hand, you heal 1 damage. If you control only World of Avatar characters, he gains 3000 power, and his climax combo activates when you play Siblings Agni Kai while you control Iroh Dragon of the West. He gains 1 soul, and once per turn, if his attack damage is cancelled, he can just stand right back up and attack all over again. Finally, we have the climax cards. We have a playset each of Colors of Fire and Siblings Agni Kai. They're both standby climaxes that do the exact same thing. When you play it from hand, you can move any character in your waiting room to the stage at rest, as long as that character's level is equal to or less than your level plus 1. And it does the same thing when you reveal it for an attack trigger check, except it also adds a soul. And that is the deck. Full-on standby decks have always felt off to me mechanically, but now that I've been playing this one, I kinda get the appeal now. The standby targets are designed to give you powerful defensive pieces early on, and then they become early access offense pieces on the follow-up turn. And going between the Zuko finisher getting multiple attacks or the T-Wisdom burnout gives me decent options for finishing games. Now before you ask, I did consider the Azula finisher since it guarantees damage significantly easier. But like I said before, I hate Azula with a burning passion. I am much happier playing a fun deck based on a character I like than a more competitive deck based on a character I hate. And thank you for watching the deck profile video, and if you can think of any ways I can improve this mostly red build, feel free to let me know. In the meantime, this has been Nanashi, signing out.